Well, thanks, Commissioner, and I really appreciate being at the school. I'm very impressed with what is going on, the students. It's really amazing some of the programs that we have that when I was in Florida public schools, we did not have these things. And so I want to commend the superintendent, I want to commend the principal, and I want to commend the teachers because I think this is good stuff. So one of the things that we would constantly hear about on the campaign trail is a frustration with a lot of parents in particular with this idea of Common Core and some of the testing and some of the things that go into that. And it's called Florida Standards. Today we are doing an executive order that is going to instruct Commissioner Corcoran to get to work and come up with good standards for the state of Florida, which will include eliminating Common Core and the vestiges of Common Core. Talk to teachers, talk to parents, listen to their experiences. I had a lot of parents who were very frustrated because they didn't understand some of the math and some of these things. So look, let's just try to get this right. We want to be very high quality. We want to demand excellence, but I think we want to do that in a way that's responsive to some of the concerns that we've had over the many number of years. And so the executive order will require the commissioner to provide a roadmap so that we have authentic Florida-based standards. He's also going to tell us how we can increase the quality of our instructional curriculum. He's going to suggest innovative ways to streamline some of the testing and to make that so that it's something that is measuring success, but we're not just teaching to a test. And then something that's really, really important to me is identifying ways so that we can really make civics education a priority in Florida. We reference in the executive order some of the Florida statutes, including the requirement for middle schoolers and the tests, and I think that's great. But I think when people graduate from a Florida high school, and I think some of the students here, are probably, very good in this regard, but I don't think it's true statewide. You really need to understand what makes America the country it is. We're not a country where everyone has the same religious denomination or everyone has the same ethnic heritage. What unites us, or what's supposed to, is the idea and certain principles that the country was founded on, that you see reflected in the Constitution, that have really been the focal points for a lot of the great debates we've had in the country's history. And I think it's important that when we're sending some of these students out, that they're not only prepared for a career or prepared for higher education, but they're prepared to discharge the duties of citizenship. And so civics education was something that I promised during the campaign, and I think as we go to with rewriting and figuring out what we need to do for standards and moving away from things like Common Core, I think that having civics education be a more central part in that is something that's very, very important to me. And I think, quite frankly, it'll pay dividends for us far into the future because you can prepare people for a good job, but if we don't have folks that understand what it means to be an American, are passionate about being citizens, that really undergirds everything else that we see, whether it's economy or all these other things. So I think it's really, really important. And then the final component is that we do believe we need to increase Florida's standing in terms of literacy generally with our students, and so we're going to be working hard on that. So I think that this is a chance for us to really lead the way, but it's also an opportunity for Floridians to provide input to the commissioner, and we want to hear from you because I think we want to do this right. This is not going to be something that is going to be dictated by the federal government. It's going to be something that is going to spring up from the communities here in the state of Florida. So I'm here to say when you complained about Common Core, I hear you. I told you I'd do something about it, and today we are acting to bring those promises into a reality. And I want to give, because as parents, Casey and I are concerned about, our kids are too young to be in school yet, but this is something that is, I think we're more passionate about now that we're parents than maybe, we were 5, 6 years ago.